Can't wait, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so happy to be in Europe. I was just in such a good mood. I was so happy. It's really good pasta. You know, at the end of it all, I'm really grateful. I stayed out a little bit later than I wanted to. Yeah, definitely leaving there with the smile on my face. That was such a good experience. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am currently at the airport and we are about to go on a grand adventure. I'm going to Milan, Italy for a workshop with Cara Marie. If you follow the Portrait Masters, you will have seen her work. She's got a couple of courses on there. She was one of my biggest inspirations when I first started getting into photography, boudoir photography in particular. And she now lives in Como, or around Lake Como. So she's hosting a workshop in Milan. So I'm going to Italy. I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. I feel like I'll definitely be the least experienced person there. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. It is also the first time I've traveled alone in a very long time. Jason couldn't make it this time, so it's just me. I am taking only a carry-on for, like, I don't know if I've ever traveled with only a carry-on, so it'll be interesting. My bag's pretty full. I did pack a little collapsible backpack in case I have more than a carry-on worth of stuff to bring back. I don't know. It feels weird not having a big suitcase, and it felt weird having to limit myself when packing. I know a lot of people travel with only a carry-on all the time, but not me. I'm a big suitcase kind of gal. So lots of adventures this trip. I was just in the lounge. It's super quiet up there, so I didn't really want to talk. But I was just up there. I am fortunate enough to have lounge access with my credit card, so that's amazing. Lounge is like, oh, it's just like another world. It's all like peaceful and quiet, and there's free food and free drinks. So I had a great time. They're waiting, so now I'm just at the gate waiting to board my first flight. I fly from Edmonton to Montreal, and then Montreal directly to Milan. So I'll be in Milan tomorrow morning, I guess, Milan time. Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go. This is my home for the next night. Made it to Milan. Welcome to Milan. I am now in my hotel for just one night. I'm going to be switching hotels to someplace close to the workshop tomorrow. But for tonight, I am staying right in the city center. And oh man, I'm just so happy to be in Europe. It's just, I don't know if it's just like, just the smells and the people, and it's just something about Europe that just makes me so happy instantly. And it's so silly, but like, you know, my bags feel lighter. Like my heart feels happier. So I'm very glad I'm here. I'm glad I made the decision to come. Of course, it would have been better if I'd had some company, but I'm very grateful to be here. But anyway, so I landed. Didn't sleep much on the plane, but I never do. I went to take the train to get downtown, and the train workers or drivers were on strike. So I'm getting the full European experience already, and I don't know, I kind of love it. It wasn't a big inconvenience, so it was just quaint. So I ended up taking the bus. They had like a bus for tourists to take everybody downtown because the trains were obviously out of order, which is fine by me, actually. I really like taking the bus. You get to see a little bit more of the countryside, and Milan Airport is actually really far from the city. Like, I think it took over half an hour to get like kind of close to where I am right now, and then I had to walk for about 20 minutes. But so I'm checked in. I'm staying at a place called the Hotel Rio, and let me show you the hotel because I think it is adorable. Okay, so first when you walk in, there are these two little beds. And when I say little, they're not just like narrow beds, they're like very short too. Like they're like the length of me, and I'm 5'3". So very small. Some artwork. I hope the noise from outside isn't too loud, but it's very dark with the blinds closed. And check out my view. The tram is just leaving. So there's just a shopping street here. And the Duomo is like a block away, and like supposedly the first mall of the world. And you probably can't see, but there's like a watchmaker in that window, which is kind of cool. Okay, now let me show you the bathroom because it is pretty cool. So the bathroom is basically as big as the entire room, as like the bedroom. So there's a toilet. I have a bidet, which I've never used one. A little scared to use it, but I have one. And I have this like gigantic tub, which is like literally as big as the bed. And yeah, I'm getting all the traffic sounds from outside, so I'm definitely getting the full European experience already. Look how cute this little elevator is. It's so tiny. I can reach my hand and my hip. That's the elevator. And from back to front is like even smaller. It's so cute. Also, look at how cute this little key is. Look at, it's really heavy too. Okay, so the Duomo is actually literally a block from my hotel. I think it looks so cool. Last time we were in Milan, I remember this just being definitely one of the highlights. It's so beautiful. It has such a cool history. So it's really neat that I get to live like a block away. All right, so I am currently in the Galleria. And the last time we were here, we were told it is the oldest shopping mall in the whole world. And it's right next to the Duomo. So I'm still in the Galleria, and I wanted to show you this bull. So there's a bull on the floor, and apparently if you spin on the bull's private parts, it's lucky. Good morning. It is now my second day here in Milan. It is just after 6 a.m. I think the sunrise is supposed to be at like 6:40. It's still pretty dark out, but I'm gonna venture out and see if I can get some photos in them before the crowds sort of wake up, and hopefully I can get some photos with no one in them. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can get a few self-portraits. That kind of play it by ear. I don't really feel too comfortable leaving my expensive camera on a tripod. But if it's like super deserted, maybe I can sneak one or two in there. But anyway, we will see. After that, I am going to grab some coffee at a pretty remarkable place. I saw it last time I was here with Jason, but I don't think we ordered anything last time. But I'll probably grab my morning coffee there and I'll show you around. Okay, let's go explore. All right, so I just finished taking my photos of the Duomo, and in the Galleria, I took pictures of me spinning on that bull. So hopefully that means I'll have some good luck. I don't know if I was supposed to make a wish or not, or just spin. So I just spun, so we'll see. I got some photos there. I was not gonna leave my camera alone in the Duomo. Like, it was pretty quiet, but not super safe. Anyway, well, currently I'm walking around the block. I'm en route to get coffee at Starbucks. So I'm going to a Starbucks Reserve, which means that it's like fancy. It's like a fancy Starbucks. And I was there last time, and it's like huge and beautiful and pretty remarkable. They don't open till 7:30 though, so I'm just walking around the block, talking to the camera. It is the old post office, and it came to Milan, I think just a few years ago. I want to say like 2018 is what I read. And it was the old post office, so it was converted from a post office. So yeah, once the clock strikes 7:30, I'll take you there with me and I'll grab a coffee. All right, so this is the Starbucks I'm going to. You can still see the old signage from the post office. It's pretty impressive. They have these little outdoor seating things that look like bird cages. So just waiting to get in. All right, so Starbucks is finally open. Let's get caffeinated. Alright, see what I mean? This place is pretty remarkable. Like, crazy. So I just finished having my coffee. That was like the most amazing coffee experience I've ever had. I didn't film too much in there just because there was music playing, and I don't know about copyright strikes and blah, blah, blah. But I had the Clover Bar coffee. So initially I'd wanted to get what's called the siphon coffee, and it's like in this really theatrical, like beaker type thing. But there was a 3-cup minimum, and I was just by myself, and that's kind of a lot of coffee for just me. So I ended up going with a Clover coffee, which the barista said it was like allowed a lot of oils to come through. So it was a really like strong, harsh coffee, which is something I like. So I had that, and it was so good. And then right when I was leaving, I was talking with the barista, and she gave me like all these recommendations for how to make like the best, the best coffee and cold brew, and like best cafes to go to. So I'll definitely have to check those out. But yeah, definitely leaving there with the smile on my face. That was such a good experience. All right, so I just finished packing up. I am unfortunately leaving this hotel, the Hotel Rio. If you come to Milan, this is a fantastic place to stay. It wasn't very expensive, and it's like super close to everything. Like I showed you, the Duomo and like the Galleria were like less than a block away. So definitely highly recommend this place, and then, you know, the cute rooms and the teeny tiny elevator. But I'm just about to check out. I'm going to hit the gym at Good Lift Milan. So hence I'm wearing my A7 shirt from Nationals. I'm gonna be taking the metro to get there, so I will get to figure that out. That's always a fun adventure. I really like taking the subway in a foreign country. So, you know, the first time's always a bit of a learning curve, but it just makes travel so much easier. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get a lift in, I'm going to bench, and then I'm going to head to my next residence, which is going to be in a different part of town. It's called, I don't know how to pronounce it, so let me figure that out before I embarrass myself. But yeah, so that'll be in a whole different part of town, and I will show you my place when I get there. That'll be an Airbnb, so I'll have a little bit more space. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film in the gym, just because I don't know the layout. I've never been there before. I don't know how many people there are gonna be, if it's gonna be super busy or crowded or what, but I'll try to get some footage, at least for like a reel or a YouTube short or something. So yeah, I'm going to figure out the metro, get a lift in, and then move into the new place. So I just finished an amazing workout at Good Lift. The gym is really cool, just really good vibes. I kind of maybe pushed it a little bit harder than I should have, just because I was just in such a good mood. I was so happy, like it was just good energy everywhere. But I ended up benching 92.5 kilos, which is more than I benched in like probably since provincials last year. So that was good. Shoulder feels good. I did a bunch of pull-ups. Normally I do them every morning, but since I don't have a pull-up bar to bring with me everywhere, I just did them at the gym, so that was awesome. Did some rolling. They had like one of those, like, not a lacrosse ball, but something similar. So I just really got into the knots in my back, so that was good. So yeah, so I'm in my new place. I'm gonna be staying here. Today's Thursday, I leave on Monday, so I'll be staying here until then. It's in a part of the city called, I think, Navigli. I will correct myself if I find out later that I'm wrong, that's not what it's called or how it's pronounced. But let me give you a little quick tour of my new place. All right, so I'm going to start from the front door again. So you walk in, here's a little bathroom. Again, it has a bidet. It doesn't have a gigantic bathtub, but it does have a towel warmer though. I love those. Anyway, and there's a little washing machine, which I won't be using. Okay, so bed, little TV, which I probably won't be watching, a little kitchen area, which is awesome because I found out there's a Lidl not very far away, and I am familiar with Lidls from Germany, and I'm very excited to have a little bit of familiarity here. So I have a tiny little patio, or balcony, I guess. There's a little drying rack. Not an amazing view. It's like a view of, I don't know, sort of the alley, not really a courtyard, but it's pretty cool. Happy to have this place for the next few days. All right, so these are my new digs for the next few days. I'm just going to unpack a little bit and then maybe explore the neighborhood a bit, go to Lidl, and then see what else is around here. And that'll pretty much be my day. So it's been a good day so far. Here's an interesting little feature about this Airbnb. There are 3 locks on the door. So I should hopefully be very secure. All right, so remember how that other elevator was small? Check this one out. All right, there's the outside doors. The inside doors. Hello. All right. To close the outside door, and then close the inside door, which they don't really fit, but that's okay. And yeah, this is the elevator. Again, that big, that wide. It's crazy. Well, it gets the job done though. All right, I thought I would show you my little grocery haul. I ended up going to a place called Conrad. I went to Lidl. I didn't really see anything there that I wanted. So I went to Conrad, which is actually closer. So I got this salad. I got these tomatoes because at breakfast I had tomatoes, and I forgot how good produce is in Europe, and they were amazing. They were so flavorful. I got these blueberries because I don't know if you can tell in the video, but they're gigantic. Like, they're so big. So I wanted to get those. And then I got some protein snacks, because protein snacks in Europe seem to be a lot better than what we have at home. Like, they've got so much selection. So I got this chocolate pudding with 20 grams of protein. I got this coffee flavored Greek yogurt. And then I got this protein shake with 35 grams of protein. So I did bring whey protein myself, but oh, I love trying all the new things too. Good morning, everybody. So today I have something super exciting planned. As you know, I'm here for Cara Marie's boudoir workshop this weekend. And today I am getting my own shoot with Cara Marie. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna do it. I'm very nervous and excited. I'm gonna meet her for the first time. I've never met her in real life before, so I get to meet her. I am going to meet her at Cross Studios here in Milan, and we're gonna do the shoot. It's just a mini shoot, so it's only like half an hour. So I think that's probably a good thing because I'm pretty nervous. I'm so excited. So I'm just about to head out over there and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know when I'm done. All right, so I found the studio, just waiting for her or her assistant to meet me down here so we can go up and shoot. Ooh, can't wait, I'm excited. All right, so I just finished my shoot. It was amazing, it was so much fun. It went by super quick. The studio was super cool. It's like this old factory and they converted a bunch of them into different photo studios. So yeah, we were in one of them. It's all like very like distressed looking. We used a couple different backgrounds. The photos won't be ready for a couple weeks, so I won't be able to share those with you just yet. But if you follow me on social media, those will for sure be posted. And now we are on a very important mission. I am back downtown. I am en route to find this pasta place that Jason and I went to last time we were here. And we had the best pasta we've ever had in our lives. So I am coming back to have some and see if it was actually as good as I remember in my brain. So yeah, let's go find out. All right, so I just have a bit of a walk. So obviously, one thing I did want to mention is I have managed to find my way around the metro. It was quite easy, like any other metro. But something that's super cool here that I've never seen before anywhere else is that you can actually pay at the metro with your credit card to get in and out. Like back home we have that for parking. You use the same credit card to go in and out, and then it'll charge you whatever you owe. But they have that for the metro here, which is super convenient because I have not taken out any euros yet. Just trying to get by as much as I can without doing that. And you know, avoiding those bank fees at least. So yeah, super convenient. All right, found it. It's called Al Dente. So let's see if it's as good as I remember. Well, there's a line to get in, so no longer Milan's best kept secret anyway. So, success, goods acquired. I decided to take it to go just because it was so busy in there and I didn't want to take up a whole table. Just for me, also I'm like the world's slowest eater, so I would have been there for like an hour. And also, I decided to go check out the castle and see if there's a place to eat there. So, I mean, what's the better place to eat lunch? A crowded restaurant or castle grounds? So I hope there's a place to sit. I think if memory serves correctly, there's like a big open space. So let's go find a place to sit and then we'll try out the pasta. All right, so the pasta I got is called, okay, forgive my pronunciation, ravioli caprese con suga di pomodoro. So it should be, I think this is the same one I had last time. I hope so, because it was awesome. And it's got like a cream sauce. And it had like pine nuts or something. No, I got whatever Jason had last time. I don't remember what I got, but Jason's was very good, excellent. Just very good as well. Just a ravioli and a tomato sauce. So let's give this a try. Okay, moment of truth. First bite. That is some really good pasta. I don't know what it is about like the actual pasta. The dough is like, it's so good. Yes. So if you're ever in Milan, not that I know all the pasta places in the city, but Al Dente, still amazing. Definitely worth going. It's central. If you like, you can have a picnic out in the castle area, like I'm doing right now. But yes, just it's really good pasta. All right, so I'm all done my lunch. I'm just gonna walk around the castle grounds for a while. One thing I just learned while I was sitting there, there was a tour group that came through, and apparently this whole area, the reason it's so big is because it used to be used by the military to do their training exercises. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk around, explore the castle grounds a little bit, and we'll see where the day takes us. Well, that little excursion lasted a lot longer than I'd anticipated. I had hoped to find that cafe that the barista was talking about yesterday. On Apple Maps, it says that there are a few locations around the city. So I went to one that looked like it was closest to the castle, and it was not there. The address was in the middle of like the Chinatown, so it wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to the other one that actually has reviews on Apple or Google or Yelp or whatever reviews they show. So I walked all the way there. This was like several kilometers, and there's like a whole bunch of construction in front, and it was not where the map said it would be. So it's possible it moved because of the construction, but I was so tired. It is now like 4:30, and since 11:30, I've walked over 17,000 steps, which for me, I'm generally pretty sedentary at home because I have a desk job and everything, so that's a lot for me. So I was pretty tired. I decided to come home. I'm just going to call it a night. It's kind of late for caffeine anyway for me, so maybe I'll try again later this weekend. So I've got some salad tonight. Just a salad with like corn and olives and tomatoes. And then I got some mango and papaya, and just a couple gigantic Fuji apples. So yeah, and then I've got the protein pudding and protein yogurt from yesterday that I showed you guys. So anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm just gonna eat and do some homework and get ready for tomorrow. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is just after 8, and we are on a mission. So the workshop starts at 10 this morning, so I have to be back in the Navigli area by like 9:45. So I have to be quick, but I am determined to find this Cafe Pascucci today. So I'm back to where I was yesterday. I think I was only like a block or so away before I like packed it in. I was just too tired, but I need caffeine. I really want to find this place before I leave because I think today is going to be my last opportunity. So, all right, wish me luck. Let's go find it. See, the construction in this whole area is ridiculous. So, bad news. After walking around like for like half an hour scouring like every block, there's just so much construction. So many shops are closed. I think it's very likely that this place closed and didn't update the website. I don't know, or I don't know, who knows. But yeah, I'm just gonna head back now. I'm gonna hit up a cafe closer to where I live, where the workshop's gonna be held. And I guess it just wasn't meant to be, not this trip anyway. So hopefully next time when I'm here, if Jason could come with me, we'll find it. They have this amazing thing. It's like a tiramisu, not latte, but you like pour this like special Italian mocha coffee on it. And like, I don't know, it looked really cool. So I was looking forward to trying that, but not this time, hopefully next time. And yeah, it's gonna be a great day regardless. All right, so we are back in the Navigli area and we're headed to the workshop. I'm so excited. I'm excited to meet everyone who's going to be there. I think it's a pretty small group of us, mainly women, and of course Cara Marie. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great day. I will check in with y'all after. So I'm just on my lunch break from the workshop. So far it's been amazing. We've just sort of been talking about self-confidence, and Kara told us some of her story and her ups and downs on confidence. The group, it's a really great group. So far I found out the person sitting next to me actually isn't a full-time photographer either, so that's kind of cool. I'm not the only one. Definitely feeling some imposter syndrome there. So yeah, really great, really supportive group, and yeah, so far so good. I'm just outside enjoying the sunshine. Kind of had the AC going pretty hard there, so it was kind of cold, but it's a beautiful day. Let's see, I don't know if you can tell how sunny it is, but it is beautiful and warm and amazing day so far. All right, so the workshop is done and I am just walking to a place. It's a hotel. It's called the How, I believe, and Kara actually invited us to have some wine with her. So since I'm in Italy and all, have a glass of wine. All right, so I'm just walking home from drinks. I did just have one drink. I did not have a wine. I had a Johnny Red instead, which actually I've never had a Johnny Walker Red before. I've only had like black and blue, which blue's the best, but actually red was pretty good. Yeah, anyway, it was a fun evening hanging out with all the photographers, talked to some really interesting people, and yeah, it was a good time. I stayed out a little bit later than I wanted to. It's 9:30, but yeah, it was worth it. Definitely a good experience, and I'm just heading home now, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, good morning, everybody. Today is my last full day in Milan. I am just en route to the workshop. Today is a photo shoot. We will have 3 models today. I'm really nervous, just because as a new photographer, I'm not super comfortable giving direction. I really just want to learn. I want to watch everybody else work and just like, you know, pick up tips, see how they give direction, how they like to shoot. Sorry if you hear the traffic. It just got busy all of a sudden as soon as I pulled out my camera. But yeah, this morning I woke up, I walked around the Navili area. I learned that the G is silent on the last day. But anyway, so I took some photos. There are a lot of runners and cyclists out early in the morning I don't know if it's just on Sunday or every morning, but yeah, so that was fun. It was a nice leisurely start to the day. So yeah, just on my way to the studio, and I'll check in with you guys later. So I am back home. We just finished up the workshop a little while ago. Man, I don't even have the words to describe today. So today, as I mentioned before, was photo shoot day. We shot with 3 models, and it was my first time ever shooting with professional models, and like, wow. Like, there is such an art and there's such talent to be a professional model. I definitely have a newfound respect for models and for what they do. It was really incredible to, okay, so let me just tell you how the structure of the shoots were. So we had a little sit down talk with Kara Marie before the models came in. And then initially we had 2 models, so we broke up into 2 groups. and we each had like 5 minutes per person in each group with one model, and then we swapped models, and then again had like 5 minutes each with the models, and just seeing how they moved and how they understood light and their angles and all the poses. And I still consider myself a fairly new photographer. Like I haven't done a ton of shoots. I have not been doing this for, decades. But what was super cool about the models is that when you kind of gave them just a little bit of direction, they would take that and just like run with it and just make it so much better than I had even pictured, right? So I would give them a, one pose or just a very minor direction, and they would make it art. They would just make it perfect. And it was such a treat, and it was so cool. It was so unlike anything I've ever done before, like any other work I've done. And not to say that I don't enjoy shooting non-models, because everyone I've shot so far is a non-model. I'm a non-model, but I can just really see how, the right photographer and the right model, like how those two coming together would just create something next level. So it was really, really cool to get that opportunity to work with professional models. And they were all super nice too. You chat with them a little bit, they'd ask where you're from, and they're just like good energy, good energy all around. And when we were closing up the day today, Kara actually said that our group was the best group that she's ever had. And I'm sure she said that to every group, but just the group of photographers that we had at the workshop, we were all supportive of each other. Apparently it can be an issue where people are competitive with each other, which I think is kind of strange. Like, this is just not a place where I would think to be competitive with other people. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really cool how we all worked together, and just watching other people shoot and direct, think of things that I wouldn't have thought of, and like, oh, like that's a great pose, or how they just interacted with the models, I thought was really interesting also. So I learned a lot today. It was a little overwhelming too. Like, it really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. Like, when we each had those 5 minutes with the model, it was sort of like the first model for sure was very like, ugh, like everyone's watching me, I'm put on the spot, like I need to think of stuff to do and I need to move fast, and like it was very sort of frantic. And I think everyone was just very excited, right? Like, this is we're just meeting these models, we're put in this situation, and then we're like told like, okay, go. So yeah, definitely some nerves at the very beginning, but then sort of as we eased into it, we shot the 2 models, and then we had a break for lunch, and then we came back, and then there were 3 models. And definitely after the first set, it was like, okay, like we can calm down. We don't need to shoot like 100 shots at the same pose. Like, we can be a little more intentional, we can be a little more slow. Like, there are enough photos, enough angles for everybody. Definitely enough light in the studio. The studio was amazing. It was so cool. Like, I really like sort of like the old warehouse vibes. It was a really cool experience. And at the end of it all, I'm really grateful. I'm so, like, I can't even put this into words, right? Like, I'm in Milan, Italy, learning from like my mentor of a photographer, like the person whose work I've looked up to since, pretty much day one of like getting into portrait photography, learning alongside all these other creatives, and just to be surrounded by that like creative, supportive, like good energy. And it'll take me like a little while to process sort of everything that's gone on. One thing I thought was super duper nice. So when we first sat down yesterday, we, each picked a spot at, there were like 4 tables set up. So we each picked a seat, and in front of the seat, there was a notebook, and it's black and it's branded with like, the Cara Marie logo and everything. And then inside she wrote a little message to us. And let me read you what mine says. So this is the notebook. It says Cara Marie Studios on it. It's very nice. It's a very nice notebook. And on the front page, it says, "Be legendary today. You belong here." And I don't know. Like, I'd mentioned that I was feeling all kinds of imposter syndrome coming here. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm not experienced. I'm not great yet. Like, I think I'm a good photographer, but like, I'm not legendary, not yet. But just seeing the words that I belong here was like, I don't know. That meant a lot to me because I don't feel like I belong in a lot of places. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, so this is my last night in Milan. I leave tomorrow morning, so I'm just going to have a little supper, my usual olive and corn salad, and I've got like some protein yogurt drinks that I found today. My diet, oh, and I got some mango and papaya, some more fruit. So my diet while I've been here has not been all too exciting. Not that I don't love Italian food. Obviously that pasta I had the other day was like phenomenal. But I love the milk products that they have here. Like the high protein stuff they have here is like stuff that we don't have at home. So I always love doing that. I love going grocery shopping in foreign countries. That is like one of my favorite things. And then yeah, just the produce tastes better here than it does at home. I don't live in a place that grows a lot of things, certainly not in wintertime, and it is still wintertime at home, even though it's warm here. So I'm just enjoying that all while I still can. And yeah, then I'm just gonna pack up, and tomorrow morning I am going to head home. So that is gonna wrap up this Milan vlog. If you made it all the way through to the end and all my ramblings and random adventures, thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. I am going on another trip soon. When I get back, I'm only home for like a week, and then I'm off to Columbus for a few days. And I know Columbus is not Milan. It probably won't be as exciting of a trip, but I will take you along with me anyway. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Actually, since this is my Milan vlog, I should end it off more formally with arrivederci.